Okay, we need some real news music. Alright guys, we have breaking news coming out of YouTube right now. The very, very shallow part no one knows about. I mean, I don't know what to think, Becky. I don't know what to think either, Tom. Alright, enough bullshit and show me what it is. Show me.
That's right. That's what I said too, brother.
I quit. Marijuana! Smoke that tacky? You know you smoke that tacky. I know you smoke that tacky.
You're damn right! Doing the same thing, my friend. Throwing up one, then I'll finish bullshitting with y'all. You know, people say one day at a time. You can take it 1 second at a time. You can take it an hour at a time, if that's what need be. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, I see what you're saying, because it's Derkie time, and everybody's gonna figure out what Derkie time means in this video. It can be very fast or as slow as you want it to be, right, Derkie?
Yeah, man.
I guess you know what happened. You heard about it.
Derkie is here. You know what I mean? Derkie died. He's no longer president. We got Derek talking to you right now. You're exactly right. I say that all the time, man.
A few moments later.
I'm finally starting to get, you know what I mean, back to Derkie. You know, my drug of choice was heroin, buddy. You know what I mean? Heroin was the thing that, but you know what I mean?
I just want everybody to know the date of this live stream we're about to watch from Derkie is from March 21st, 2023, and you'll see why as the video progresses.
I'm working on 170-some days clean. Or hold on, no, 150-some. I always get it confused because it was either 49 or 69 on the calendar last when I went down there. But my goal was 200 right now, of course.
Face it, you're a terrible liar. It was you.
Man, I'm just gonna keep it 100. You are the biggest fucking liar on YouTube, hands down, no questions asked. Your days are flying by faster than anybody's. Don't get me wrong, I know time flies, but this is ridiculous. I mean, hell, it's like, you know, them wrestling streaks, like back in the good old days of Monday Night Wars. You remember Goldberg? You know, Monday night he'd be 59-0, and then the next week he'd be 84-0. You know, he's wrestled 30 times in a week. But anyway, that's kind of what you're doing with this clean and sober thing, and I'm going to expose you for it right here. Oh, and one more thing. Anybody that watched this live I'm taking these clips from would see that you're slurring your words. You're in slow motion as you talk. So obviously you're high right now, and not just from the weed you smoke in the video. You know, from that, you know, weed card you supposedly have, and you said, I have one, but I don't even use it.
What did y'all eat in jail besides, you know, dick?
Any inmate will tell you that. Any fucking inmate will tell you that. Man, I'm already at the point where I stopped counting. Everybody's like, how many days you got in? I'm like, oh. It's fucking a little bit like November the fucking 3rd, 4th, you know what I mean? So add that up, I don't fucking know. Just like you said, you stop counting and it helps. I swear it does.
Bitch, you can't even count.
Just like this gentleman right there just said, it does help you because once you stop counting those days, then that's not in your mind no more. It's the point. It's not, you know how we become dependent on the drug. You know how we become dependent on the drug, right? Okay. Oh shit, I'm sorry again, my boy. I mean,
Yeah, man, I'm past that point. I don't need to count the days no more. Except for I count the days all the time, and I tell you in lives, and I post it on my Facebook and everything. That's what you should have said, because that's the truth.
I sound different. I don't know, dog. I've had a cold. That's about it.
So someone tells you sound different, and you think they're on to you, so you check your nose. I like that. But you ain't on drugs. I present Exhibit A, and it shows you was arrested on November 10th, 2022. And by your own admission, they found meth and everything there. You know you wasn't clean or sober at that time. We all know that. Also, from your own admission, when you went to jail, you said you spent 2 to 3 weeks in jail, which you only spent 2 because you went in November 10th and got out November 24th. Or at least that's the day you first posted, which would be 14 days. So that's 2 weeks if you spent the full 2 weeks in there. I'm more safely assume when you came home you was dope sick, and the reason I believe that is because by your own admission, again, you said that you started going to a Suboxone clinic. So, I mean, you had to been dope sick when you come out, or why else would you have been wanting to go to a Suboxone clinic? You was already clean, supposedly. That's why none of your dates add up.
Exactly. I quit counting and everything.
At this time, you had not done any lives on any Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, or nothing. And the first mention of you saying anything about being sober was December 2nd, 2022. Yet on December 6th, 2022, you say you're 25 days sober. And that wouldn't line up from the day you got arrested, sure. But it's hard for me to believe you got out and didn't get something right away. Because you admit later to starting a Suboxone clinic. So obviously you was needing the dope. You was still DTing. Just figured out I had this in here. The day before that, you said you was only 23 days sober. And the very next day, which is December 6th, the last screenshot there showed you was sober 25 days. So how'd you get 2 days out of one? I mean, if we're going to add the 5th, might as well add the 7th. It's the very next day. Let's say you're 27 days clean and sober here. Huh. Skipped another 2 days in one.
Oh! Well, good! Smell me there!
Speaking of smells, what is that smell? Smell like bullshit to me.
That was me. I did that.
You know, I don't know why you don't just give up on this lie already. We all know you started from the day you got arrested and started counting days. Except for you been so high, you can't even remember what day you went to jail or got out, so you can't keep shit straight. So, and it's none of nobody's business if you're clean or sober. I mean, you're a grown-ass man, or supposed to be anyway. I mean, most grown-ass men have a job and don't live with their mommy, but hey, it is what it is.
That's what it is!
You see it. Just sitting there bullshitting with you guys.
Here we are, December 22nd, 2022. 15 days have passed since you was supposedly 27 days clean, you know, when you been adding them 2 days in one. Alright, if you add 27 and 15, you get 42. But yet you have your 53 days sober. Man, buddy, time flying in your world. Sorry, I just wanted to give a shout out to the cabinet door for hanging in there.
It takes time. It takes time. Damn right it takes time. It's going to take time for anybody, you know. Before you know it, you'll have 2 years sober, you know, 4 years sober. Yes, it is. They want to keep up with monthly chips. Right or wrong, the 2-month chips, things like that, you know what I mean? I don't need a chip to tell me that I've been clean for 4 months. You see what I'm saying?
4 months, you say? I'm sure they wouldn't give you one that said 4 months since this was posted on January 18th, 2023. Like I said, it ain't been 4 months, buddy, since November 24th. Or even let's go back to November 10th when you first went in jail. It still ain't been 4 months. So of course they wouldn't give you a chip for 4 months being sober. Dumbass.
Hear about the wreck the other night? That was Kenny and Lindsay. It killed Lindsay, man. My fucking heart's broke. I woke up freaking out, man. I feel so bad. We was all sitting here partying and drinking and stuff.
First off, I want to give my condolences to Lindsay and her family and her friends for losing her, including you, Derkie. But you already feel like shit. By your own admission, you said y'all was drinking and partying. Number one, if my friends, family, whatever's at my house, or even if I'm at their house, I'm not going to let them drink and drive. I'll take their keys if I have to. It don't matter. So you should feel like shit for letting them go down the road. You know, you could at least let them sobered up first. Second of all, why are you partying and drinking with people anyway when you're trying to stay sober? That's not a good way to stay sober, and anybody that's in recovery would know that. And, you know, for you to keep this charade up, acting like you are clean, is honestly disrespectful to the person that you were supposedly friends with that lost their life.
Next thing I heard the next day, they got killed on their way home. Down the road.
Honestly, you know, you should get clean and sober. You should do that for yourself, first of all, and your kid. But also, it'll be good as a way to honor your friend that lost their life. You know, instead of keeping up a image that you want to put out there, like, oh, I'm clean sober. I don't know why you're doing it. I'm assuming maybe you don't want somebody to try to send the cops to your house or what have it, you know, to act like you've changed and you're not doing the same shit you always done, which is bullshit. And man, do you realize what you look like right now? I mean, if you do, let us know.
Look like a half a block off the crack end of Cleveland. Every morning, time to get in grind. I'm up, probably getting ready for a group or go piss test or something. You know what I mean? And I love how that bitch tried to say I was on drugs. I was like, yeah, I'm on drugs, motherfucker. And I piss in a cup every goddamn week, 3-4 times a week. Yeah, I'm drugged up. Let me tell you. Bitch.
That don't make no sense, man. It really don't. I mean, you said you don't go to Suboxone Clinic no more because you don't take Suboxones. You only go to the meetings willingly. You're not ordered to by a judge, nothing like that. So why are you going to pissing 3 or 4 times a week? And even if you was going to a Suboxone Clinic, the only way you'd be pissing more than once a week is if you're failing drug test. Oh yeah, you need to get clean your nose, by the way.
My nose is itching.
Yeah, that's believable. I mean, because every time somebody's nose itches, they start sniffing and snorting. I was just messing with you anyway, man. I didn't see nothing in your nose, but made you look, didn't I? Man, I told you I was just fucking with you, so you must be trying to get a drain or something. Trying to keep that motherfucker up in there, ain't you? But it's gonna roll out on camera.
That's it. When it comes to drug addiction, it's just fucking, it's your choice. It's a choice, man. It's live by the sword, die by the sword. I'm not a drug addict. I'll tell you, I did heroin, I've done meth, I've done fucking Suboxones, I've done goddamn subject. I've done every drug a man has made. Crackhead motherfucker. Damn, that hits the spot right there. Fucking, I don't do nothing, I promise you.
Yeah, that's about how convinced I am that you ain't on drugs by looking at you. And especially when you make the comment you make to this person in this next clip.
Well, that's a waste, homie. That's just dumb to eat 10 of them. I would have ate like 3 or 4 and been like, cool, drunk a beer. You know, but fuck them, 10, nah, I ain't wasting my medication.
You know, to some this would be just a simple post, you know, just an instant little post. Somebody smokes weed, hell, I smoke weed, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think anybody that's in recovery is going to glorify any kind of drug, which is what you're doing here. I mean, that's not a way to try to get clean if you are trying to get clean.
Motherfucker. If I just had one, I'd feel better. I couldn't sleep for days on that shit. You know what I mean? I promise you, we're the ones that represent this shit's all it is. We ain't scared to tell the world, goddamn, we do this or we do that. But others tell me, oh, I don't do dope.
Alright, I'm going to get back to proving you're a liar instead of just saying it, which everybody knows you are anyway. But anyway, on December 22nd, 2022, you said you was 53 days clean. This post here is from March the 9th of 2023. You say you're 113 days clean. See, now you're cheating yourself. Because still going up, you're going down days. You're saying 113 days when Adding it up, it should be around 130, I believe. So, you can't keep your shit straight, man. Which proves to me that you're lying. Which now brings us all the way back around full circle back to the date, March 21st. Which is when that clip was taken of you saying it was 170 days first. Then you said, no, it was 150 some. It's been 12 days, man. Since that last post when you said you was 113. First of all, it'd only be 125. And if it was the 130, it'd only be 145 at the most. So like I said, you keep lying. You said it in the video, and you got it on this post, that you was working on 200 days clean and sober. And at the rate you're going at, that'll be next Wednesday, as far as that, because, hell, your time's flying in your world. You might as well just go ahead and say you are 200 days sober and see if anybody believes it. In case you watch this, Mike, this next clip I put in there just for you, because you talk about how long the content is, so, hell, I had to throw that in there for you, because I'm sorry the video ain't over yet.
I really have to pee. God dang, can we hurry up and get this video over?
While looking for your clean and sober post, I found some funny posts, and I figured I'd share them in this video. I guess one right here says, I absolutely love being so successful. Can you please tell me what you're successful at? If success is living in your mom's trailer when you're almost 40, in a bedroom that's got baby border up, and you've got it decorated like a 15 or 16-year-old kid, you have no job, you have no car, you essentially have no life, but you're successful. I guess they changed the definition to success, didn't they? Or did you just change it? I remember before you saying that Upchurch's career wasn't successful. That your son said that the gap between his teeth bigger than his career ever be. Well, his career's pretty damn big. So I got bad news for you and your son. But that's the definition of success. He came from a trailer, living with his mom and his brothers. And regardless of what's happening with them, guess what? They all have homes now. They all have cars. And they all have money, I'm pretty sure. That's success. Not being in a documentary for 2 or 3 minutes 20 years ago. How can I not include this post from the 7th of February? I mean, because it fits right along with this theme. You said, I wish there was more minutes in a day. Well, to that, Derkie, I say, hell, just add to it. That's what you've been doing to all these days you've supposedly been clean and sober. Which I'd say is probably 0, so if you added 1, it would be too many. But, by God, you've added 150 so far. So just add some more minutes to the day, man. Hell with it, just pretend. I'm pretty sure anybody that's going to hate on this is going to be like, well, what's it to you? What's it in your business? And you're right, it's really not none of my business. But I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He was in a documentary, so I'm sure he has a couple fans anyway. And some that may look up to him. Some that probably done drugs who they glorified him in that movie as far as that. And now they think he's clean, and he's giving them this image that he's clean. And maybe even putting false hope in their head. Who knows? But, there's no use putting that shit out there. And all we do recovery and all that shit when you know damn well you ain't clean. First of all, you wouldn't be going to get no kind of counseling or drug test. Well, I could see going and getting counseling if you really are trying to get clean. But you wouldn't be going to taking drug tests. You said yourself that you ain't on no kind of drug court or anything like that, which is the only reason you'd be taking drug tests multiple times a week. Other than that, you was going to a Suboxone clinic. And that does require a drug test. It does require counseling. And the only way you'll be taking multiple drug tests in 1 week is if you're failing drug test. So, you're lying about something regardless.
But yeah, I've done really good. I've been trying to anyway. That's all we can do in this world. That's all we can do,
But I believe you, though. Dave does, too. Don't you, Dave? See you guys next time.
This sucks. Change it.